Hi guys and welcome back to Train Sim TV. My name is Tom and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the new version of the Manchester Huddersfield routes. It's the route from PenninePacer. The new version we have streamed once already. This was about 2 or 3 weeks ago on the Train Sim TV channel, which was on Twitch if you saw that. Fantastic. Basically, I think this is the 4th version of the route now. And again, we've been very kindly sent a copy from PenninePacer to have a play with. This is, as far as I'm aware, going to be virtually the more or less finished release copy now in terms of scenery. I think he's just got scenarios to do still currently at this moment in time. I know a release is imminent. So, the new version, what do we get? We have some revamped stuff as well on the existing stuff. But this new section features the new track and scenery. I think it's about 10 miles, I think-ish, sort of there, in that sort of region. Possibly could be about 7. I could be wrong. It could be 10. But this takes you from Stalybridge down to Manchester Piccadilly. It's really good. I enjoyed it the first time, but it has also been strengthened with an AI model of the Class 323. So we're going to see that in action as well. So we're just outside Huddersfield, and the scenario is it's a Commonwealth Games era themed scenario as well. So I'm looking forward to doing this. We will be streaming this as well. I think the stream's going to go out after the video. I'm not too sure yet where we are with it. So let's get straight into it, and we'll have a play. Right. So we need to get ourselves set up. So we'll get our daylight on there, and we'll take the tail lamps off, and we need to put we need to take that off, don't we? We need to change that. We want Manchester Piccadilly. There we go. Oh no, hang on. I think we do. Deansgate. Oh no, it might be a Liverpool. I don't know actually. Good question. I have no idea where this actually goes to. I know obviously Commonwealth Games was in Manchester, but I'm assuming. Oh, we'll just stick Piccadilly on. It's easy enough, isn't it? It does say we're going as far like up to Deansgate, so I'll just leave that on there. As, that'll do. We have got a yellow as well now, so we can take the DRA off. Put instrument lights on as well, and off we go. So the first of the revamp stuff is going to feature the Huddersfield Station. So I'll take you for a look around what Pennine has done with this. There's some new objects and scenery being placed on the station stuff. It looks really good. We didn't actually have all this in place when we streamed this. It's literally just sort of arrived on this last build. I love these era scenarios where there's all sorts of different liveries going around. My favourite ones. Whitemea did a fantastic one for the last version of the route, which we have done a video on before as well, if you've seen that. I will cover the briefing in a moment as well. Oh, it's all going on. There's a Pacer just arriving off the Penistone branch as well. Right, so go for the briefing. So prepare the train and depart when the signal clears. So we've done that. As it is the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games, there are lots of additional services running, so you can expect severe congestion as you approach Manchester. Note, you will be calling at platform 3 at Stalybridge, as platform 1 didn't exist in 2002. I did not know that. So I'm just going to pause before we actually set off, just to show you the station. Now, big changes have happened here. First of all, we'll start off with what was actually here on our stream we did a couple of weeks ago, which is the front of the actual station entrance. So all this has been modelled. This was the first thing that was in place. The rest of it was already existing scenery on the station itself. Other changes. So the things I can make note of are here. We've got stuff like this. So we've got the canopies here, and obviously the welcome to the Penistone line signage there. Also down there. Which is looking very good. The next thing is the canopy. So the canopy is all new. This was actually a Kuju canopy originally on the previous version of the route. So it's nice to see that he's also gone to the extent and detail to change all of that. He's also got proper lamps as well, which is nice to see. They're really nice detail. You can see the detail on the bulbs. Really cool. It's also got some lifts in here as well. They've been modelled. We are also on, we've got a 3 and a 2 as a strengthened service as well. What else have we got? So up here looks more or less the same, to be fair. These are all the existing buildings. On the other side, let's go down this side. So again, we've got no such change I can see there, but I think we've got some different bits and pieces on the actual platform there. I think these have been redone. We've got tiled flooring there. Another lift shaft. The next thing I have noticed is this building here. So I'm assuming is this some form of like signal box. I think it's signal box. It's got Network Rail's branding on there. So I'm assuming this is like the control center for the area. And this as well. This has all been modelled. So we've got all this sort of like ramped platforming edge steps there as well. So this has all been modelled onto the actual building. This has sort of been put on against the original lofts and stuff that have been placed there, but it's nice to see there's been some changes there as well. So Huddersfield itself is more or less fully custom, bar a few little bits and pieces like these centre bits here. So it's really nice to see that there's been some more effort put into the actual existing areas as well. So it's not been forgotten about. Really good stuff. I think these were existing as far as I can remember. But it's really good. Excellent stuff. So, we are on our way. We have got a green and we're just about to enter the Huddersfield Tunnel. Got me Rail Atlas out as well for this. Just so I can get names of junctions and stuff wrong, especially for the new section. I like to give the right places out if it's something new. So we're actually stopping now till Stalybridge, which is 17.75 miles away from our current location. About a 22-minute drive. So as we emerge from the Huddersfield Tunnel in a moment, we'll go past Springwood Junction, which is the turn-off for the Penistone line. That diverges off to the left. We've got a bit of a climb now on our way up to the Stalybridge Tunnel. Standard Tunnel, sorry. Which is the 3 mile tunnel. And we're now in Gledholt Tunnel. We have a single yellow, so I'm going to take the power off just whilst we approach the next signal, which is about a mile away. If we just coast it, we might be cleared onto another yellow. I'll cover the map as well very shortly. Can't quite see the signal just yet. Still can't see the signal. It's behind these trees coming up. Oh, we do have a green. Let's get it going. It was quite a dull and gloomy day for the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games by the looks of things. So again, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning opening scenes of the video, this route is now enforced with a Class 323, which is an AI only model, a bit like the T68 tram that comes with the route. This makes for extra realism in terms of the AI between Guybridge and Manchester Piccadilly. So it's nice to have that in, and it also comes in 3 liveries as well. So it comes in the Northern Rail, which was on the Serco Abellio branding, and then we have the more recent Northern by Arriva, and then also it comes with the Regional Railways GMPTE livery. Also comes with all sorts of destination blinds that you can change as well for your AI trains. Again, we will be seeing this later on in the video as we get towards Guybridge and onwards into Manchester. I'm sure we'll see quite a lot of them about on that section. I'll close that window because it gets a little bit noisy after a bit. So I'm going to cover the map as well, just to let you know what we have. So as you can see, we started off up here at Huddersfield. So the existing original part was the Manchester Victoria section, which went up Miles Platin Bank and then joined up at Stalybridge here. What we're featuring is down this section. So we've got all this down to Guybridge here from Stalybridge, which takes the left-hand side line, and then we go across on this line here and join up at Ardwick, where the depot is as well, the Ardwick Depo. Manchester Piccadilly here, and then there is also the run down to Deansgate. Lots of Metrolink tracks have been added in as well for the AI purposes, so you can run trams through, which is nice to see. I think possibly it was about 7 miles, I think. Little search, I can't figure out how far away it is yet from Stalybridge. So as I say, the route is very much ready for release. I'm told by PenninePacer now it's just a matter of as and when he releases it. It will be out probably just after this video goes live, I would have thought. The places you can get the route from again is, as usual, it will be from UK Train Sim and Alan Thompson Simulation. You can already pick up the existing versions whilst waiting for the new version also. Those are already available to download. This is Ardwick Station as well. So we'll be heading towards Marsden Station next and then into the Standedge Tunnel. which again have a distance of 3 miles and 64 yards. So we've been very busy again as PenninePacer. I don't think it's been that long really since we had our last version of the route, which was to Huddersfield. I think that's probably about 3 or 4 months ago. Put the brakes on. Look like we're going to be slowing down for another service. Can't quite tell whether we're stopping or not yet, but I'm going to put some more braking on, as it was a single yellow at the time. Whether it's changed or not, we'll soon find out. It has, it's gone green. So Marsden Station is just literally on the bend here. Drop to a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. We do raise back up to an 85 limit though once we get towards the tunnel. Right, so we're in the Standish Tunnel, which is again 3 miles and 64 yards in total distance, or length. We'll then go on towards Greenfield, Mossley, Scout Tunnel, and then Stalybridge for our first station stop. We will also pass Diggle and Digglebox at the junction just at the end of the tunnel as well, before we then span over the coming out again. We'll go over all the viaduct stuff that sit above the canal area. There's also talks that PenninePacer has said, he mentioned this in our previous stream, so it's not secret about, but if he was to extend again, he would possibly go from Guidebridge to Stockport, I think it was, but he definitely wants to go to the Stockport area with it, So that'd be nice to see. Take the power off. I'm going to start losing some speed off this now because we are down into a 60 section in a moment. And I usually mention this on a video or a stream. I usually plough through it at more than 60, so I'm actually going to slow down for it today. I think it might have been the last video, White Meat scenario, where I actually did. I went through this quite a lot, more than what I should have been doing. Very bad, Tom. We do go back up to a 65 limit in a moment though. It's only for a short distance, it's just while we come out of the tunnel. A lot of strengthened services, obviously, for the Commonwealth Games. This is Diggle Box as well. We'll just come past the junction there for the loop. So we're now heading towards Greenfield Station. .2 miles to Stalybridge Platform 3 for our next station pickup. As you can see, the canal just below us there. I love the view out of here. Making sure we don't go over 65, which we are very slightly doing, as we are dropping down at the minute. And this is Greenfield. Now we're heading towards Mossley. Beyond there is Scout Tunnel before Stalybridge. Again, on the news section, there's all sorts of new custom assets that have been built and put in place along the line to do with bits of stations. There's also bits of new track clutter. I'll show you a few bits as we pass by them. And I spot them. Some really cool bits as well. We're just approaching Mossley Station, I think, as well at the moment. Just beyond this corner. We have a yellow. This is Scout Tunnel we're just going through at the moment. So we are on a yellow once again. That's the yellow repeater currently there, so we will be having a red so far for the next signal. I'm talking rubbish here. We're on a double now, so we will have a yellow single aspect on the main signal, which is a repeater. Next signal will be a red, which is in half a mile, just over. And you can see on the HUD that's just coming up now is Stalybridge, so we're going to be calling it platform 3, and there's an arrow where we need to be stopping at, so we need to be trying to aim for that arrow marked out on the HUD. It's just flicked onto a yellow aspect there, so we can put a little bit of power on. I don't actually know the name of this tunnel. I'm just going to assume it's Stalybridge Tunnel. It isn't actually marked out on my atlas, which is a strange one, because it's actually a lot longer than Scout Tunnel. Also, Stalybridge has had a bit of work done to it. I'm going to see if I can figure out what it is. I think it's some of the stuff around the station building area, in terms of some of the modelling work on it. So, as also I mentioned, one of the new bits and pieces that have been put into the route are the lateral resistant plates. So these hold the sleepers in place in certain areas on track, obviously where they're prone to movement when trains go over them. They feature in all different areas on this route. We're stopping these car markers there on this lamppost, more or less. That's about right, I'll do. So whilst we're there, we'll have a little look around, see what's new. I'm going to pause it for a second as well. The weather's brightened up a bit actually, it's not as dull as it was. And I think one of the things that has changed is around here. The actual station itself, I think, was floating originally a bit in some areas. So it's nice to see that some bits and pieces have been put in there just to stop the building from floating. I think that's the main thing, really. I don't actually know if there's anything else in terms of new buildings. I think everything else is as it was, from what I can make out. Yeah, I don't think anything's really changed there, to be honest, apart from that sort of stuff. Grab some screenshots on the way. I'm not going to use that as a thumbnail. I want to use obviously something a bit on the newer side, hopefully with the 323 in it. To put that on a second. I don't think we're actually clear to go yet. We're just waiting for him to come over. There we go. Give him another buzz, as you do. So we're leaving Stalybridge now. We're going to head towards Stalybridge Junction, and we're going to take the line to the left. And this is going to take us down to Guide Bridge. So we are now entering new territory in Train Sim, which is the new key focus for this new section of route. So the original line which we've had in the past couple of versions has taken the route to the right hand side here. So as you can see, Stalybridge Junction on the signpost to the left just gone by there. There's a little siding here as well. So that was to, it says on my map, ATO Chemicals. Oh, yeah, ATO Chemicals. So what we'll do, try and have a look on the outside as well at the scenery. Again, the scenery looks really, really good. I was really pleased to see what had been done on the last run I did on the stream. There's some really nice areas and some really nice detail being put into it. Like, they've got warehouses with new names and stuff on them, stuff like that. They've been placed on top of stuff, which is really cool. Just not new buildings, but they're like existing assets, but just nameplates put on top to reflect the areas that they're trying to represent. So as we get to Guide Bridge, there's a set of sidings as well around there. I think it's a Freightliner shed area, like terminal area, where they're based. Again, you've got the canal which comes in on the left hand side there, which it goes underneath us, and we're going to go over that now. So I'm just going to come out here and just have a little look around. You can see there's loads of canal boats. Really cool. We do have another single yellow. So you can see there's bits of OHLE equipment coming in here. This actually was never electrified on this section. These were just plonked here as far as I'm aware. For the start up of where the electrification comes in at the junction. Just odd little bits have been put in. And the canal just crossed over there. got the yard here now coming in. Plenty of life and all sorts of old wagons dotted about. Oh, look at that, some 37s as well. All sorts going on here. So we've got 37s, you've got 66s, 47s. This shed's got a different name on it this time. I had a Freightliner logo on it the other day. I wonder if the logos have been put on differently for the scenarios. Let's have a look. It has. So basically for the scenarios you can actually place different logos on top, which is really cool. So obviously in this area it was actually operated by EWS, so Inkswell Scottish Railway. Obviously now it's operated at the control of Freightliner. There's also SB Rail, so this I think is to do with the like the track machines and stuff. It's really cool. I'm just going to take you for a little look around here before we actually get back in. So this is where the line up there goes towards Glossop and Hadfield. Obviously this was it was the original Woodhead line. Again, the lateral resistant plates there. Some really nice detail going on around here as well. I look forward to seeing some scenarios created for this area. I like these as well, these trap panels and all the old bogies and stuff that have been placed in. Really nice to see. So I need to get back in here and keep an eye what our signal's up to. So at the minute we have another yellow. We're down to 25 mile an hour. So we've got Guybridge North Junction. This is this sort of area. We have a green as well, which is nice to see. It's a really busy area. There's a possible screenshot potential there as well, isn't it? It's captured the area really well. I mean, I've not actually been on the line, but I've seen cab rides of this. A few different cab rides I've seen. And it definitely does have the right feel to it. It's looking good. And as well, it shows in certain areas, like obviously where the old line used to run as well for the Woodhead route, where it used to be obviously 4 lines as well. It's got the line that sort of spurs off that way as well. Line ends over there. There's a bit more detail that goes that way, but not too much. I'm going to press on here. And I think we possibly have a 323 coming up actually. And this is Guybridge as well. I'm going to take you for a look around the station before we head on. It looks very good. Not all fully customised. I mean, you've got custom station signage. A lot of it's kit bashed together though, and it's done a real good job. Got the right feel to it. I like this lot as well, where it's all graffiti on the front and stuff, all the fronts of them. So I think the line to the left goes towards Stockport, if I'm right. I'm going to double check my atlas. So it's the line that goes through Denton and Reddish South. Oh no, it's a 101. Hellfire. Pacer graffiti. I love the feel for this though. I'm just going to jump back out here and just have a little look around. I've spotted some JT graffiti there. 142s for life. There's all sorts. I love this. This is the M60 Ring Road, I think it is. You can see how it used to obviously be the 4 lines down here. So it's all sort of catered for in sort of width and stuff like that. Pacer. Pacer Thrash. With a single yellow, so we're going to start putting some brake application on there. We'll come up to Fairfield. So again, mainly of a kit bash job, which is all good. Got custom signage though, but it looks and it has the right feel of the representation there. Nice big walkway that comes down there as well. That's cool. I like that. Obviously where the other line used to go through, but the walkway's crossing over and all the foliage there. With a red signal up there as well. And I do see actually there is a 323. That's what was the screenshot. Oh, we have a yellow. I think the sun's going to be on the wrong side here at the minute, actually, annoyingly. So as you can see, the AI Class 323, which is really nice to see. It's nice to finally see one of these in game at least, as even if it's just an AI model. The destination blinds up there as well. We've got dot matrix ones. There's roller ones as well. This uses as well, I think it's the physics of the Class 319 from the Bedford St Pancras route from DTG. So you do need to have that for it to actually operate. Let's try and get a screen grab with that in it. I'm sure I can get a better one, but you never know, we might use it. Oh. We didn't want that to happen though. We didn't want to drop the AWS. That's what happens when you go looking for screenshots. Forget the signals. What a pig. It's my fault. Let's try again. Want to be Train Sim TV without a little bit of an error, would it? A bit of a farce. We are on a single yellow currently, so we just need to keep an eye on the next signal. Next station is going to be Gorton, is it? Or have we just gone through Gorton? I can't quite remember what we've just been through. Oh, there's a station coming up. This could be Gorton. On a yellow as well. Good. Let's take a look round the station. It is Gorton. So this has got some custom bits and pieces. It's got a custom bridge, which takes you over the top there. You've got a custom, I think it's a little ticket office sort of thing, is it? No, is it not? No, it's a little staff area by the looks of it. Yeah, very cool. Again, where the old line used to go around the back of the platform there. Goes into a 4-line here. So I mentioned before where all the your names and stuff on buildings were. Put brakes on just because we have a red coming up. Whilst we are in the area, I'm just going to show you this. Which I love this scene. This scene is absolutely fantastic. So when stuff's flying past here, it gets really good pictures. It's a shame there's no 323 coming there. But let's all these little names and stuff. You've got that MOT centre. So these are existing buildings, but nameplates have been put on just to note of what they are. So that's Railway Street MOT Centre. You've also got Robertson's Motor Vehicle Repairer. It's nice to see these little bits and pieces that have been done. That's new as well. Trying to see if there's anything else. There's one there, look. Booker. Booker's the cash and carry, I think. It's nice to see these little bits of, just to give it a little bit extra in realism for scenes. There we go, back on yellow. Happy days. So coming up on the right in a minute will be Ashbury's Stone Aggregate Terminal. We'll call it Manchester Piccadilly Platform 14 next. I'm going to show you Ashbury's terminal as well. So this is this place here. So again, you've got opportunity for your freight scenarios here, or as AI. This I actually thought was custom, but this actually came from Bedford St Pancras Route. I didn't realise until when they mentioned it's actually the bit where you drive through the centre, I believe. But yeah, it's cool. All sorts of stuff going on here. I'm not too sure what's what in terms of stadium wise. I'm assuming one of them is the Etihad. Some really nice scenes though. Should we have another 323 around so I can get some more screenshots? Hopefully we'll get another one before we get to Piccadilly. So the line also turns off in the moment around here somewhere, and it takes you to Bagley Fold. And this is Ashbury Station. It's Ashbridge West Junction, somewhere around here. There we are, which takes you off that way. I don't think it's fully sceneried. As you can see up there, it's not fully complete. The track's in, but it's not fully done. So don't expect a full run of scenery there. There's all sorts of stuff going on here, loads of graffiti. Got Ardwick Depo as well, we'll take a look at that in a moment. Just need to keep our eye on these signals up here. I'm not too sure what the next aspect's going to be. Oh, it's double yellow, is it? No, it's single yellow. Got the skyline of the some of the city blocks just in the distance there as we approach Piccadilly. Ardwick's the next station as well. As you can see, the depot area. I'm going to pause again. We'll just keep pausing. It's the sort of theme of this video, just so I can show you guys everything. So this is Ardwick Depo. I believe this is served by, well, shared between like TransPennine, and I think some northern stuff comes here as well. So we've got straight away founding point markers, which is really cool to see. So they obviously tell you that you can't cross if there's another train in the area. It just stops some trains from colliding. Got the depot itself, which is really nice. Again, all sorts of custom bits and pieces. So we've got, I think these fences are new. I've not seen these before. But you can actually drive through. Not much in terms of obviously the interior, but at least you can actually drive inside it. This looks cool though. It's got all lighting. There's even got an electrified line there, so obviously some lecky units can go in. But that is actually really cool. So that has got the full interior on that one. Really nice. I don't know if anyone's watched as well. There's a new series. So if you're from the UK and you have Channel 5, there's a TransPennine series. So I think it's 24/7 the railway TransPennine. The first episode was on this week, just gone. So that also features this depot on there. A really good watch if you're into your railway documentaries, which I'm sure everybody is that watches obviously stuff like this, and obviously trains and stuff. But yeah, do have a look. So also there's the all sorts here. There's got like the fueling areas, got all the walkways and paths that have been put in. A lot of details been put in here. You got like little platform ramps there for the drivers to jump on and off their units. This wasn't fully finished when we did our stream of this section. A little waiting shelter as well. So you've got TransPennine Express in there, Siemens as well. Really nice. Lovely detailed depot, that. So much detail. There's another little bit here as well. So you've got the actual unit wash as well. That's speed 3 miles an hour. Stop and telephone. I like that. Really cool. I look forward to doing some scenarios that possibly start here and then take you into obviously Piccadilly before starting your service. So you never know. We might see some scenarios of that. Longsight itself isn't actually in terms really, like you can see up there, track wise isn't in there. It's just obviously the building. I think mainly the reason for it is that it's such a busy section, this tile already. Obviously the main feature on this line down here is obviously Ardwick Depo. So the spent asset count has been placed on this area rather than Longsight, which is a bit out of the way. You never know, might feature down the line. I can't say yeah or no. It's up to obviously PenninePacer's choice. I'd like to see it, but it's, at the end of the day, it's whether he chooses and wants to do it. But Ardwick is looking very, very nice. Very nice job on that. The Ardwick Station is coming up on this bend. Currently we do have a red aspect as well. That repeater banner is telling us that we cannot proceed all the way through this next signal. Again, quite a busy tile. This I do expect a little bit of tile lag as you progress through the section. Again, very good. It's not actually a massively busy station. This it's quite a basic one in real life, so it has the right feel to it in my eyes there. Ooh, we have all sorts occurring up here. I don't think physics are perfect on the 323, by the way. It's just mainly in terms for features on AI. It's a bit quick, I believe. Crash. Now then, what can we get here? Spad. Wonder who does that a lot. This is really hard to get. I don't know if there's any more of these actually in the area before we head off away. No, possibly not. Are we going to get a decent shot there? I really want to get the actual shot. This is such a hard job trying to get these in. We may very well be settling for one of the older screenshots I did before this one, because I'm not quite happy with that. I'm going to end up going for this signal. Let's see some HSTs about. Not too sure if that would have been Project Rio, actually. Or if it was just extras for the Commonwealth. Let's pop our DRA on. Everything going here. It's in that sort of transition period, of course, where Pendolinos have started coming in. Such a busy area. Oh, Pendolino sounds really, really close. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Mega congestion. I'm missing a few branding packs, by the way. I'm missing the Pendolino branding. I'm going to hopefully get that sorted for the streaming. I'm going to try and get that one sorted for the Mark IIIs and the DVT. There we go, and we are good to go. Holding everyone up here. We've even got 47s as well. Quite an interesting time for the railways, really, I would say, around this point, because there was so much going on in terms of different liveries and different units and locos still about. It was at a sort of time where it was changing. So we're approaching Piccadilly Platform 14. We'll look inside Piccadilly as well. There's some other bits and pieces I want to show you in terms of obviously the other bits of custom assets as well. I'm going to pause for a minute. So you can see all the different ones there. Obviously, you've got crew on there. So this is one of the custom assets. So this is the little oil catch like pan, if you will. Stops all the oil dropping onto the sleepers and the track bed. It's nice to see. So that's another custom asset that's been done for the route. What else have we got in here? That's the 101's about. Didn't know the jumper cabled up to either. Actually, I didn't know they actually connected together with the cables. That's cool. Yeah, it's looking very good. So we started our stream last time from here and obviously headed out towards Huddersfield. It's looking really good. Find our train again. We are going a little bit further with this. I can't quite remember where we're going to next. So we're going to pick up at Oxford Road and then go via Deansgate Platform 2, and it should end itself around that area, I would have thought. I'm just going to quickly pause as well just to show you the sort of stuff that's going on around here. Also, you've got very basic, but you've got the tramway that goes underneath the actual station as well. There comes out on the other end. There, got a little bit of a turn back area. It's nice. Yeah, it just sort of goes off that way. You can just see so much more detail compared to this version of the DTG version in terms of all the bits of track clutter and stuff. It makes all that difference. Makes this area feel totally different. It's just the extra little bits that make it. We've got trams going over there as well. So we're going to be leaving here and going via Deansgate Platform 2 where this will end. So as we are leaving, don't forget, do look out for this release. It will be put into the links as and when it does come out live, but until then the link will take you to the previous version of the new one. So do keep your eye out. We will be streaming it again as well this on the run up. A massive thanks to everybody that's joined us on this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully it's not been too long-winded for you, that you've actually enjoyed it and all that. A massive thanks to PenninePacer for allowing us to share the route and show the route off on the run up to its release. Hugely appreciated as always, and fantastic work. Loved it. Every little bit of it, I've loved it, and I look forward to seeing more runs on it and wherever you go next. We've been TrainSim TV. Don't forget you can like, share, subscribe, leave us some comments or some feedback, and we can even pass that on to PenninePacer. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and stay safe.